For 350 million years, the Cossatot River has cut its way through the Ouachita Mountains in West Arkansas. Early Indians appropriately referred to it as the Skull Crusher, and it's where we begin this week's episode. For many years, the Cossatot River has given many opportunities for floaters, but this river is also enjoyed by many other folks, from hikers to campers to photographers and the like. In 1992, Congress designated the Cossatot as a national wild and scenic river. It's been described as one of the most challenging whitewater streams in the central U.S. The Cossatot really isn't just for whitewater enthusiasts. It's a river for everyone, for all seasons.
One of the things in the summer season, obviously we're standing here, you can see how clear the water is. Well, it's great for swimming, snorkeling, those kind of activities. One of the things we've started in the last couple of years is we'll actually, when the river level is at a lower, like it is today, we'll take people down on kayaks on the last 5 miles. This is the takeout point here. And we do fishing tours, you know, fish with smallmouth, or just a recreational float where they can just enjoy the scenery. And it's not like it is when we got a lot higher flows. We're standing now on, this is the terminus of the River Corridor Trail, which is a trail we're almost, we're going to finish this winter. It's 14.5 miles long. It's a wonderful way to see the river corridor because it just kind of parallels the river for the entire distance there. And it's like the river, it's for all seasons. There's not a bad season to be on this trail. It's just absolutely fantastic.
And for photographers, I mean, this is, an excellent location. Any time of the year, I guess.
Yes, Chuck. And we have photographers that are here. One of the really focal points, and is interesting enough, is the birthplace of the park is Cossatot Falls, and it's probably one of the most photographed sections of the river because of the cascading water and the rock formations that are there. They're actually like they're kind of sculptured. So we have a lot of photographers that come here to visit this area just for the viewscape and the scenery.
The Cossatot Falls area is the primo destination with many visitors. These falls are a series of 6 rocky rapids, and at maximum flow during the wet season, this is where the Skull Crusher term applies. The rapids come with fitting names like Eye Opener, Washing Machine, and Whiplash. And for the inexperienced or ill-equipped, a few have met their fate here. In earlier days, a mill was located near these falls, which used a water turbine system to grind corn. Another popular location along the Cossatot is probably the Brushy Creek access area along Highway 246 north of the falls.
The Brushy Creek access, again, that's where the River Corridor Trail begins. There's also a nature trail there and a pedestrian bridge that affords people to go out and get a safe view of the river there. It's one of the most popular swimming holes on the river, and so there's a nice little day use picnic area there that affords the public to use that. It's really extensively used Memorial Day through Labor Day. But again, like you said, there's no bad time to be there.
The pedestrian bridge at the Brushy Creek access area is barrier-free, indeed offering everyone superb views of this scenic river. The 16,000 square foot visitor center is also a worthwhile side trip while in the Cossatot River area. Also, park interpreters are on staff year-round to provide programs for visitors and education experiences for school groups. We should also emphasize that ethics are extremely important to the Cossatot River, because just being designated as a state park natural area does not guarantee that it'll be protected from harm. It takes each and every visitor to help care for this exceptional natural state stream and all of its natural treasures. The majesty and beauty that's here is not found in many parts of the state or even the country. It's more than just rocks, water, and trees. Some of the plants that are here occur nowhere else. And so the challenge is to enjoy all of these treasures and yet leave this magnificent area without a trace of our presence. Withrow Springs State Park north of Huntsville. This is the actual spring here, which comes out of a cave. It was named after one of the early settlers who established the first grist mill here. And there are several good hiking trails at this state park, and the one we're going to take you on is the War Eagle Trail. The actual War Eagle trailhead is 4 miles north of Huntsville off Highway 23. Parking is across the highway. From here you can follow the trail up to the overlook, or you can start at the other end of the trail, such as we did with Assistant Park Superintendent Daniel Godwin.
Okay, Chuck, what we're going to do today, we're going to start here at the upper end of the trail. We'll leave a vehicle up here, walk down towards the river, and that way, instead of having a 2-mile hike, we'll just have one. We can shuttle back and forth.
Sounds good.
Okay, and this way will put us walking downhill too, which I always like.
Hey, there you go.
Right.
After hiking for just a little while from this upper end, you'll come to the overlook at about a quarter distance of the trail. Now, this is quite an overlook here.
Yeah, right here, Chuck, we're about 200 feet above the creek, and it's just a great view of the creek and then some of the surrounding farmland.
Yeah. Oh, this is beautiful.
Yeah, yes it is.
Absolutely gorgeous.
course, I don't know if you know or not, but Warrior Creek is one of the only creeks or rivers in the country that flows south to north.
Huh.
And here with the creek, it starts out in the southern part of Madison County, just east of Boston, and flows north towards Beaver Lake. And the creek here makes up the park's southern boundary.
And of course, in the winter time, you can see eagles here, and it's good fishing and all that stuff.
Oh, it's great wildlife and birding opportunities. We offer canoe and kayak rentals, and the float we do is from Highway 412 down here to Highway 23, and it's an awesome float. It's I kind of compare it to a miniature version of the Buffalo. You got some really good looking bluffs, like you said, a lot of chance to see eagles, deer, osprey, but it's just a great section of creek.
Some good fish in this creek.
Well, there is good fishing, but I don't like to give away my secrets. So, yeah, there is some good fishing here at the creek. Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll leave it at that.
Okay.
If you should hike this trail alone, your chances of seeing some wildlife are real good.
Yeah, this trail here on the Warrior Gold, there's some really great opportunities viewing different wildlife. Mainly white-tailed deer is usually what you'll see. A lot of times you'll be able to, like I said, if you're by yourself, being kind of quiet, and you sneak up on turkeys every once in a while, and just a ton of squirrels, and every once in a while a raccoon or a possum, but there's a lot of wildlife here. Down here it's a great spot here to get out on the creek. It's a really great little kind of miniature overlook here.
Yeah, it's nice. There's also a cave along this trail, but due to the white nose syndrome disease in bats, it's been closed indefinitely.
It was actually discovered in the winter of 2006 in upstate New York, and some of the telltale signs of the white nose syndrome, the bats that have it, you'll see the white fungus spores around the muzzle of the bat, then along the wings and sometimes on the feet. At last count, they believe it's killed over 1 million bats in the eastern part of the U.S. And we haven't had any reported cases of it in Arkansas, which is a good thing. And we're trying to do our part to stop the spread, and that's why we have the cave closed, as well as Devil's Den. They have all their caves closed. But it affects many of the bats we have here in the Ozarks, the tricolored bats, the small brown bats, and the gray bats, which are all found in our caves at different times throughout the year. Basically, what it does as far as how it affects the bat, it causes them to wake up early out of hibernation, and they go out looking for the bugs and insects and their regular food source, and it's not there. So it basically causes the bat to starve to death.
As we can see, sections of this trail are pretty narrow here along the river.
Yeah, they definitely are very narrow. It's one of those things, if you have small children, definitely keep an eye on them when you're on the trail, especially, after it rains, it can get really slick in some of these spots. And of course, if you have, dogs, definitely keep those on the leash. But as long as you're careful, it's not a bad trail. It's pretty mild trail. There are some spots where you do have to climb just a little bit, but it's not too bad overall. And Chuck, we've just about made it. Whenever you can hear the traffic along the bridge here on Highway 23, you're just about there. And like I mentioned before, if you're going to do the whole trail there and back, you're looking at right around 2 miles. You want to allow 2.5 hours, and that should be plenty of time.
Hobbs State Park and Conservation Area is Arkansas's largest state park near Rogers. The last time we were here, we took you down the historic Van Winkle Trail. Today, we're going to try out the Shaddox Hollow Trail. It's about an easy to moderate hike, so no sweat. Hobbs State Park Conservation Area is located 10 miles east of Rogers along Highway 12, which actually bisects the park property. The Shaddox Hollow Trail is 1 mile north of Highway 12 off Highway 303. The first half mile of this 1.5 mile loop trail follows a ridgeline and does provide for an easy hike. Later, the trail then slowly descends into Shaddox Hollow, which, by the way, is named after an early settler, Solomon Shaddox. In general, this trail is perfect for school children and beginner hikers. Hobbs State Park Conservation Area is named after local businessman and conservationist Roscoe Hobbs, who owned all the 12,000 acres of property for 40 years before the Arkansas Department of Parks and Tourism acquired the fragmented tract in 1979. The theme for this park is not one big mountain or lake or forest or historical event, but a little bit of all the above. It is diversity, an awareness of the diversity of life, especially with the great abundance of plant and animal species living here, both above and underground, all of which is represented quite well in the 17,000 square foot Visitor Education Center. Here you can experience an exhibit gallery, a wildlife viewing area, research collection area, you name it. Even a mock cave environment which depicts the karst system of caves, crevices, sinkholes, and pits that can be found all over this region. So explore all that's available here at Hobbs State Park Conservation Area near Rogers in northwest Arkansas. If you ever wondered what keeps Arkansas as the duck capital of the world, it's worthwhile to visit one of those areas that have been restored to the way it was before agriculture came into the picture. Frog Bayou Wildlife Management Area, once a farm, is approximately 15 miles east of Fort Smith along the Arkansas River. It's a prime example of what's been done by the world leader in wetlands conservation, Ducks Unlimited.
This area was actually entered into a wetland reserve program under the NRCS, which is Natural Resource Conservation Service of the federal government, in cooperation with Ducks Unlimited and the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission. It was entered into the program by the Wheeler family, and in turn they turned the land over to us for management of wildlife and primarily waterfowl. It's 790 acres. We have broken up into 7 units, about 300 acres planted in bottomland hardwoods, and the rest of it is in upland and more soil units. There's approximately 275 to 300 acres of more soil units here on Frog Bayou.
And that's kind of like this area right over here.
Yes, these are more soil units. We can pump 5 of them, and 2 of them are rainfall dependent. We rotate them every year in different small grains or more soil plants, and then we flood them back in the fall for migratory birds and for hunting purposes.
Randall Bullington says the hunting here is not just popular with the locals, but also with students from the U of A in Fayetteville.
Extremely popular. They can be down here hunting within an hour, hour and 15 minutes and get back to their morning classes. They covered up when the ducks are here.
So as far as the planting, what various, how's that work then?
Well, under a more soil regime, you have to rotate the plantings every year to get that natural seed bank to come back. So we drain it down in the spring or in the summer, depending on what our target species are, plant species. And then we a lot of times will come in, disc it, and plant it back to like brown top millet, maybe golden grass millet, Japanese millet, or even corn in some cases. But most of the time we allow that natural vegetation to come back, your barnyard grasses, even Johnson grass, and spike beak rush and things of that nature, and that's how we manage for the waterfowl. Certain times of year is better than others, you know, September, October, and then of course in the spring when you're getting those migrants coming back through. But early morning, late in the afternoon, the duck hunters use it during the waterfowl season quite a bit. So if somebody's just coming to bird watch, come after 1 o'clock and stay till dark. And it's a walk-in area only. We have 5 parking lots scattered across the area, and we like for people parking them, then they can walk the levees and you know, observe the wildlife. And then of course, you know, they may have to share with rabbit hunters, you know, and sometimes archery deer hunting, but typically there's not many people out here after 1 o'clock because it is more popular for waterfowl hunting than anything.
So experience and explore for yourself Frog Bayou Wildlife Management Area near Fort Smith, and see for yourself what's been done here to maintain Arkansas's reign as the duck capital of the world, along with other migratory waterfowl. And for more on this destination, plus many of our others, and to check out our videos or to order a copy of an episode, visit our website, aetn.org/exploringarkansas. And we'll see you again the next time for another exciting adventure on Exploring Arkansas.